Dear learners, welcome to this presentation. Okay, in this presentation, we are going to see about wet granulation method, dry granulation method and direct compression method. Okay, but before starting to our today's presentation, if you have still not subscribed to my YouTube channel, then please subscribe by clicking on subscribe button to get latest updates and videos. So, let us start with our today's presentation. After watching this video, the learners will be able to define granules, then explain wet granulation method, then explain dry granulation method and explain direct compression method. So starting with granules. Okay, what are granules? So granules, these are the aggregations of fine particles of powders in a mass of about spherical shape. So there are certain advantages of granules. So let us see the advantages of granules. Okay. Now the first advantage is it possesses good flow property. Then the next advantage is it has good compressibility. Then next advantage is uniform distribution of color. Then the next advantage is it does not entrap the air. Okay. The next advantage of granules is it produces uniform mixing of ingredients. So this is about the definition of granules and advantages of granules. So now let us see the granulation process, in which the first is the wet granulation method. Okay. In wet granulation method, there are different steps. So the first step in wet granulation method is the milling of ingredients. Then the next step is the blending of ingredients with additives. Then the next step is preparation of binder solution. Then the next step is formation of compact and cohesive mass. The next step is screening of granules. Okay, that is the compact and cohesive mass is passed through the sieve. Now here the sieve used is as specified in the given procedure. The next step is drying of granules in hot air oven. Now here the temperature and time required to be set for drying of granules of hot air oven is as specified in the procedure. And the next step is screening of the dried granules. Okay, that is to obtain the uniform size of granules by using the sieve. Now here the sieve used are as specified in the procedure. And the next step is blending of granules with other additives. Then the next step is compression into the tablets. So this is the method of preparation of granules by wet granulation method. Now let us see the advantages of wet granulation method. First advantage is it is the most common process of granulation. Okay. Then the next advantage is the granules that are prepared by wet granulation method have good compressibility. Then the next advantage is granules have good flow property. And the next advantage is produces uniform mixing of ingredients. And the next advantage is uniform color distribution. And the next advantage is used for ingredients where the direct compression is not possible. So these are the advantages of wet granulation method. Now let us see the disadvantages of wet granulation method. So the first disadvantage is it is a time consuming process. Okay. Then the next disadvantage is it's little but expensive process. Then the next disadvantage is granulation of moisture sensitive material is not possible. And the next disadvantage is granulation of heat sensitive material is not possible. So these are the disadvantages of wet granulation method. Now let us see the next granulation method, that is dry granulation method. So the first step is dry granulation method is milling of ingredients. Then the next step is blending of ingredients with additives. Then the third step in dry granulation method is compaction of material. Okay, that is the material is pre-compressed under heavy duty tablet machine. Then the next step is crushing or the milling of sludge. Then the next step is screening of granules to obtain uniform size of granules. Then the next step is blending of granules with other additives. Then the next step is compression into the tablet. Now the main difference between the dry granulation method and wet granulation method is, in wet granulation method there is use of binder solution, okay, whereas the binder solution is not used in dry granulation method. Okay, so now let us see the advantages of dry granulation method. So the first advantage is it avoids the use of binder solution. Okay, as I have told you earlier, binder solution is not used in dry granulation method. Then the next advantage is it is used for heat sensitive material. Okay, then the next advantage is it is used for moisture sensitive material. So these are the advantages of dry granulation method. Now let us see the disadvantages of dry granulation method. So the first disadvantage is it requires special machine like heavy duty tablet machine or the Chilsonator. Then the next disadvantage is the process generates considerable dust which may cause the cross contamination. Then the next disadvantage of dry granulation method is the segregation of components may occur post mixing. So these are the disadvantages of dry granulation method. Now let us see direct compression method. Okay, we have seen two granulation methods, that is wet granulation method and dry granulation method. Now we are going to see the direct compression method. So here in direct compression method, the first step is milling of ingredients. Okay, then the next step is blending of ingredients with the additives, and next step is compression into the tablet. So let us see the advantages of direct compression method. Okay, so as we have seen in the process, only few steps are there, only few processing steps. So this is the advantages of direct compression method: fewer processing steps and less equipments are required for direct compression method. Then the next advantage is tablets produced by direct compression method generally show faster dissolution time than those prepared by the wet granulation. Now this is because the tablets that are manufactured by direct compression method disintegrate into primary particle state, okay, unlike those that are manufactured by the wet granulation method, which break down into granules first and finally into primary particle state. Okay, so these are the advantages of direct compression method. Now let us see the disadvantages of direct compression method. So the first disadvantage is low dose drugs may not be uniformly blended. Okay, and the next disadvantage is that direct compression excipients are often more expensive. Okay, direct compression excipients are often more expensive than other tablet excipients used in wet granulation or sludging. So these are the disadvantages of direct compression method. So in this presentation we have seen about wet granulation method, dry granulation method and direct compression method. So Thank you for your patience listening. If you like this video, then press like button and do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for latest updates and videos. So thank you for your patience listening. Keep learning.